Alright guys, what's going on? I guess this video I want to talk a little bit about devils and devilry and stuff like that. Um, I guess let's start with the real deal. So devils in the Bible, they're designated as a real race of people. They're not like this cartoon figure. They are real people. They are a red race. Like Edom and the mark of Cain, they're red. And not only is there like a racial thing, but in the Bible too, because of Mount Seir, they were given like this dwelling place. And that's, of course, that's what Mount Seir means. It means satyr, goat, and devil, and stuff like that. Um, Kind of like in the end times, how it says that God will separate the sheep and the goats. Well, this is it's more than just a spiritual thing. It's like a racial thing because they physically look different. Like the sheep have woolly hair, and you'll notice that like black people and dark races, they have woolly like hair. But like pale races, red races have like almost like goat like hair, dog like hair, stuff like that. It's a lot. It's pretty much like what the white race has. We have goat like hair, not this woolly sheep hair. And so there's physical characteristics that separate not only sheep and the goats, but the dark races from the pale races. And I'll kind of touch on critical race in a little bit. So the cartoon devil, we can kind of go over him a little bit. The cartoon devil, he's red, most of them, and we know why he's red because of Esau and Edom, because they were born red and hairy. Um, the cartoon devil usually looks like a satyr, right? Half man on top, half goat on the bottom. And again, that goes back to Mount Seir about being a goat and a devil and a satyr. And the tail that he has, like the snake-like tail, that goes back to like the crooked serpent in the garden, Leviathan, the dragon. Um, it gives like this reptilian type characteristic to him, which kind of just fits perfectly well with Esau and Edom, right? I'm not exactly sure what the pitchfork means. I'll have to research that. I'm not exactly sure what that could be. I'll try to figure that one out. Um, so I guess with the critical race theory stuff, it seems like to me most of the black Israelites, certain Muslim groups and stuff, people I think they're starting to listen to like black Hebrew Israelites about what they gotta say, and they see that it makes a lot more sense that the Caucasian race and the Jews, that we are a red race. But usually it's white people that are like that, they don't like critical race theory because it points us as being evil and wicked and being colonizers and stuff like that. And the critical race theory doesn't exactly paint like put us in a good light. And but we just kind of have to like accept it, because they have their own reasons and their own beef for it. I can understand it. I can empathize a little bit. But let's see what else. I guess another thing too about the critical, because um stuff about, oh gosh, what was it? About how in prison, in jails, white people were called peckerwoods, and we're called the wood pile, and we're called woods because really, like white people in prison, there's two options for you. You can either be like a skinhead Nazi, or you're part of the wood pile. So like one of them's either like you're pretty much loyal to your race, which is being like a skinhead Nazi, or you're like, oh, I don't really care, but it don't really matter because they're just going to lump you into the wood pile. And I believe that this goes back to, um, I think it's in Book of Obadiah, but it says that Joseph will be a fire, and Judah a flame, and Esau will be for stubble. He'll be wood, and that he'll be burned up in the fire and stuff. And I believe this is why white people are called peckerwoods and the wood pile in prison, is that it's kind of like a biblical designation. It's esoteric, and not a whole lot of people have considered that is what it means. And I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong on most of the stuff that I put, but I listen to what people say. I listen to like what they prophesy against us, and I pay attention. Like some people like to laugh it off. I don't really think it's funny, because they prophesy that we're going to be slaves and that they're going to kill us all, that we're going to die by the sword and stuff like that. But before that, they want us to be slaves and build up their kingdom, and then they're going to kill us. It's kind of like Haiti when it was under French rule. The blacks eventually rose up and just started macheting all the white French people there. And I think something like that is going to come in the future if the Caucasian race and maybe the Jews, if they don't just accept who they are, accept themselves as Edom, as red men, and just do what they have to do. I might have to make a video on that. It'll be spicy. So I'll just have to, I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, I just want to touch a little bit on the devils, about that's a real race of men, and of course the cartoon versions, it still points to Esau and Edom and stuff like that. It still points to Edom, whether people know it or not. But yeah, I guess that's good for right now. All right, y'all guys take it easy.